I'm Prissa Jean, and you're watching A Taste of New York. I'm at Blue Quarter in the Lower East Side of Manhattan, and we are joined with Max Green, our mixologist, who's going to be teaching us some amazing recipes using Rabbit Hole whiskey. Let's get started.
Yeah, so A Taste of New York reached out to our team asking us to work with a bartender in a great bar to make holiday cocktails with Rabbit Hole. So as they reached out to us, literally Max's name came into my head immediately. This is my favorite bar in the city. It's a nice little hideaway. And Max is a great friend, and he's an even better bartender. So I knew that he was gonna be able to come up with 5 really, really tasty, but not only tasty, unique cocktails. You know, something that maybe we haven't seen, like it's super uncommon, right?
Every drink that we make here are with all things that I kind of feel like after the holidays you end up with. So there are drinks with candy canes, there are drinks with gingerbread cookies, there's a cocktail that's essentially a milkshake that we make with a syrup from candy canes. So you get this peppermint note. There's a hot chocolate that has kind of a chai spice, which I feel like chai just kind of goes perfectly with like the autumnal kind of winter spice notes. So we're doing a bit of a holiday twist on an old fashioned. We have our panettone syrup. We have a nice old fashioned glass. We're gonna add in just about 1/4 ounce. This is just Angostura bitters, very classic. And then we're gonna add in some rye. So this is Rabbit Hole Box Grill. It's a rye with a high rye content, 95% rye. So it's gonna have a lot of spice, and it's gonna work really perfectly in this old fashioned. We're gonna do 2 ounces of this, some ice. An old fashioned is a build in the glass cocktail. So you kind of want it to grow with you. So
The little twist that you gave me on this old fashioned was super fun. I'm excited to share it with my friends and family.
We're gonna take this gingerbread butter that we made. Here, you wanna try it?
Yeah.
And then we're gonna get some lemon juice, 3/4 ounce. We're gonna do 1/2 ounce of a rich simple syrup. We've obviously got our Rabbit Hole High Gold. We're just gonna stir that to incorporate it. So we're just gonna shake it up, but this is going on crushed ice. And we're just gonna pour that in there because you're gonna throw crushed ice on top. So nice little metal straw. We always put the straw next to the mint.
This one I cannot wait to recreate. This one is super fun with that little cookie treat on the end. I love this one.
So we're gonna be making another cocktail with the High Gold. This has, again, this really nice kind of round sweetness from the corn. So we're gonna add that in with some lemon juice, and then 3/4 ounce of an apple honey syrup, because this is for New Year's, but also any other time of the year, because everyone should drink a bubble whenever they want. We're gonna take a little bit of Perrier Jouet. We are shaking this and then pouring it over something that is liquid. Since we're not putting this on the rocks, we're gonna double strain it. And for our treat, some really nice local New York apples.
This is beautiful, thank you.
We are going to make the chai spiced hot chocolate. We're doing a little spooky this year. We made a little bit of a chai syrup, and then we're going to add, this is our house kind of hot chocolate blend, and then we're gonna add in some whole milk. Just gonna mix this up. Maybe roll it. We're gonna hit it with some whipped cream, and then we're just gonna pop this guy right there precariously.
So I got the opportunity to meet with Mikey, who is the portfolio manager of Rabbit Hole Whiskey, and he got a chance to tell me in depth all of the different varieties that Rabbit Hole has to offer.
There's 4 whiskeys and 1 gin. We have 2 straight bourbons, a rye, as well as one that's finished in sherry cask. So kind of going up the line, the rye would be the Boxer Grail, that's our green label. That's Pretty straightforward, right? It's a high percentage of rye, 95% rye, 5% malted barley on that. Rye, you're gonna get a lot of robust, spicy flavors off of that grain. Then we'll move up to the Cave Hill. That's our signature bourbon. That's in the black label. This is when we're getting into really the true heart of Rabbit Hole, right? They're using a really different proprietary mash bills, and you see this in Cave Hill, right? So they're using a lot of malted grains, which is a little bit uncommon. Moving up to High Gold. So this is my favorite of all of them. This is like your veteran bourbon drinker's bourbon, in my opinion. It's a high rye content bourbon. So 70% corn again, but 25% imported malted rye. And then we move to the Derringer, right? So Derringer is in our red label. That's another one of our straight bourbons, but we work with PX Pedro Jimenez sherry, right? They're regarded as some of the sweetest sherry in the world. And we work with them in Cagnolia Cooperage, where we rest our bourbon in the X sherry barrels.